Just let me take your picture.
Good evening. I say that because it is nighttime for me, and welcome to the Photo Organics channel. Tonight, we are going to be trying to create a sunlit picture, and we are going to be using this 200-watt bare bulb flash on the outside of this glass French door to shine in to act as the sunlight, hence the bare bulb flash, so that it gives us that really nice, harsh sunlight, okay? And then we are going to be using the 600-watt flash with a beauty dish on it, just to create the effect as though the sunlight were coming through and possibly bouncing off a wall, a floor, a variety of things, just to keep my face out of shadow completely, but to cast enough light on it so that it appears as though the sun is lighting it via unknown bounces. All right, we don't want it to have the effect like there's an extra light source in this particular picture. And we're going to capture it using the 23mm on the Fuji X-T2. And we're going to start by taking this flash and placing it on the outside of this glass French door. So let's start there. And now, once you get the shot, kind of how you think you want it composed, then you can decide, what aperture you want. I think I'm going to try for something like this. And then you just take, a couple test shots. If I can speak correctly. So let's start with that and see what that looks like. And see, we can adjust the light outside a little bit, so that we can dial in the light and also the shadow design that the light creates. See, now that looks like a nice kind of sun, coming through, all right? So then we gotta deal with this light. So now with this light, we'll just be imagining that our subject, moi, will be sitting right there. And then, like I said, we just want to have kind of a little bit of light being cast. So now we'll test this light on that. Now, since this light is so close, obviously it's not going to need to be very strong. See, and that's casting just a tiny little bit of light there. So let's go ahead and see if we can try taking our selfie. Put the countdown on 10. And here we go. Let's see if we can just be kind of chill, like we're sunny day. So I bumped up this one a little bit, and that one. Moved that over a little bit, and I also changed my picture to a square. I like squares. Instagrammable. Now the only thing being, do I really want to have catch lights from this in my eyes? I mean, is the sun really coming in that hard that it's creating catch lights on my eyes? It's an interesting thing to think about. Would you see it just looking at the picture normally? Probably not. But if you're pixel peeping, you might want to think about it. So let's see if we can figure out how to get rid of these catch lights in my eyes, probably just by raising it and angling it down a little bit. Let's check that out. And now that I got it up here, you know what? Maybe not even angling it down. Maybe just a little bit brighter. And let's see if maybe I can also angle my head down a bit. I can avoid some of those catch lights. Now, a cool thing to remember with flash photography is once you've got the flash set up, you've got the power right, there's no need to just be satisfied with your camera that was set for one pose. You can move the location of your camera around, leaving your flashes identical and the power identical, and just move the camera around and see if you can get different angles, get different shots. Might as well, since you already did all the work of flash setup. Let's do some of that. Catch my trick there with the microphone covering that up. Hopefully you won't have that problem, especially if you have a model. Also, if you have a model, you'll have a lot more flexibility with your camera angles and the different shots that you can get more easily, and probably an easier time focusing as well, depending on whether or not your model's moving around a lot. Typically in a seated position like this, they won't be moving around too much, but good to be on the ready. So hopefully you saw that with just a couple of flashes and a camera, take some pretty creative shots regardless of the time of day or night, as is the case with me right now. So, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.